This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic. Hello, bright soul. Thank you for joining me on another podcast. I hope you are having a beautiful day, just as I am. Again, another perfect weather day, and I'm so grateful for it. I absolutely love this time of year. I have my window open, the birds are chirping, the wind is lightly blowing. It's amazing, and all my flowers are blooming. I have a couple of trees with blooming flowers on them, and they smell amazing. Just so much to be grateful for. But I wanted to go right into the topic for today, and this is about when we're wanting answers. I know my title's not the best, but that's really all that was coming in. And so a lot of times we get focused on why something is happening, and myself included. Why? And I hear this a lot in passing with friends, even myself in private sessions, where someone is so caught up on wanting to know why and wanting to know, what does this person think? And what's this going to happen to this person? And it's so non-productive. It's so non-productive because what difference does it make why something happens? You know, the other thing I hear is, why me? Why not you? We are in the process of refinement. So we are on a spiritual path, and in order to learn and grow and develop and evolve, we have challenges. And it's not the challenge that's the issue. It's how you respond to it. The more that you overcome, the stronger you become. That's the way that we learn. That's the way that we grow. That's the way that we get better. Growth isn't easy. That's why a lot of people would just rather stay in known misery than leap into unknown joy. They'd rather just stay stuck. And so a lot of times the why doesn't come until way down the road, till the what has already been handled. You know, you're worried about the why when you're in the middle of something that you need to handle. You don't need to worry about that right now. Take things one day at a time and then figure out and navigate your way through it. And then when the dust settles and a new leaf has been flipped over, then sometimes the why will come. But it's really not productive. And that's why I quit offering readings only. I will no longer do it because I honestly don't like doing readings very much. A lot of times people, they get so hung up in non-productive things, and it's not fortune telling. It's energetic potential. And so I understand that I have the gifting, and I get that we want answers, and I understand the reading thing. But for a while, I almost stopped doing it altogether because everyone always wants a reading when they really need a healing. You need a healing more than you need a reading. Because if you get a healing, you're not so worried about the reading. You can hear your own intuition. Your energy centers are completely clear. And it should always be a confirmation. It shouldn't be something left field. But the other thing is, I'm only going to see what you need to know. Something that you need to go through, I'm not going to be able to see it because this work is coming through me and not from me. And I'm connecting to your energy, and I'm listening to the guidance on your behalf. And so I'm a channel to help you, but you don't need me. You can get it on your own. The energy healing, though, is something that I feel like I feel like energy healing is something everyone could use because it's very difficult to navigate this dense world, especially if you're going through something where you're stirred up, where your emotions are stirred up. It's hard to get ahead of it sometimes. So it's nice to have someone come and clean you. And so I quit offering readings only because I would get people that would just be so exhausting to work with, and they just want answers to all these frivolous things. And it's so incredibly pointless. It's not serving at all. And then we're going down this rabbit hole. What does this person think? What does that person think? Why did this person do that? And it's just like, okay, why are we doing this? Because it's not bringing you clarity. It's revving you up. I'm watching your energy centers get completely congested and expand. This isn't helpful for you. You're going to stew on it. The other thing is, if I say something in a reading to someone who is already stirred up and their energy centers are unstable and they're not grounded, they'll grab onto one thing that came through and just blow it up and focus on it and energize it. And it could have just been because I'm an interpreter. When I'm doing a reading for someone, I'm just interpreting the energy. And so that's why we say if it doesn't resonate, let it go. You have to be really careful who you get readings from because you're in a vulnerable state. So if you're going to get a reading from someone, you want to make sure their energy centers are clean and that they're connected and that they're doing their own work, because you don't want them to come in and tell you something that's going to knock you off course. And so for me doing the readings, I take it very seriously. That's why I won't do stuff when people leave comments and they're trying to get out of doing a private session. They want me to do it for free. They don't want to invest in it. And it's something really personal. I'm not going to go there, because it would be irresponsible. And I have karma attached to the way that I show up in a private session and what I'm putting out on the internet. There's a karmic effect for me. So I'm unwilling to do that with some stranger on the internet that I don't know. And then someone's going to read that comment. Who knows where it goes? So I'm really, really careful. And I know that sometimes people get frustrated because they want me to focus on them and do a bunch of free stuff just for them personally without them investing. And it doesn't work like that. And the same is true for wanting answers before it's time. So even when we'll do private sessions, and I always start with an energy healing, and then we'll go to the reading after, because if you are just going and getting a reading from someone and you've been upset about something and your energy centers are all out of whack and you're upset, you're bothered, and then you just go get a reading and maybe something comes forward that you didn't want to hear, you're already out of balance, and then it can knock you even more out of balance. So if your energy centers are clean first, the message is clearer. Because the other thing is when I would just do readings, people would show up all chaotic. They've been stewing on something. They're thinking about something. And their energy healing, their reading part is out of control, chaotic. It's all over the place because it's your energy. So it's what exists in energetic potential. So if you're all over the place, then the reading comes in all over the place sometimes. And so a lot of times it will be more focused on, okay, well, why did this happen? Well, if you're not supposed to know, I'm not going to have the answer. So no matter what they're asking, there'll be a message that comes forward no matter what the question. And it's what they most need to know. So it doesn't matter. So they'll ask, say, maybe I'm just making this up about a career path. And then it'll tell them something like diet and exercise. And then we'll ask again because they want to get this answer. What about this career path? And it'll come through again, diet and exercise. And so it's always what you most need to know. And so if you're connected to your intuition and you're doing your energy healing work, you're taking care of your body, you're not drinking and drugging, you're controlling your mind, managing your mind, not controlling it, but managing what you let in, focusing, directing your mind. You're doing all these things. You're going to have the answer revealed in the right time. And the why questions are often super non-productive. And trust me, I'm an analyst. I want to know why, especially when I keep getting hit, with these big things over and over. I get it. The spiritual path is not easy. And those of us who are doing healing work and we're trying to help other people, we have to go through some things to get to that side. With great responsibility comes great sacrifice. You wouldn't even listen to me if I hadn't been through all the things that I've been through, because I wouldn't even be prepared or have the courage to speak on it or even do this work, because this work isn't something that is mainstream. This is work that gets made fun of, and which I don't care. I really don't care. And that's one of the things. When you go through a lot and you've been through a lot, your care factor is zilch because you get thick skin. You get thick skin because of what you've been through. And so you have to go through that refinement process. And if you're on this path, it's accelerated. It's just the way that it is. And so staying focused on what is the next step in front of me? What can I do today? So regardless of why this happened, I'm here now. So what is the one thing I can do to move me toward getting out of this thing, or move me toward healing from this, or move me toward getting what I want? What is that one thing I can do? So that is all I wanted to share with you today, and we can go into a healing so you can uncross your arms and legs and focus on your breathing, and I will turn the healing on. Okay, you can start coming back into your body. Friends, I want to thank you for showing up every week. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't left me a review, you can do so over at iTunes. And you can get on my newsletter at blendedinsight.com. And as always, I wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye-bye.